to the Nerdiverse. Go ahead, sit and listen to the masters, the old heads, talk about what you love the most. Video games, comics, movies, and everything you need to maintain your week. Got the knowledge that's straight out the ether. Gonna need a drink and have to take a seat to expand your mind and listen to the speaker. Mike and the squad's gonna give you what you need. Please send in a question, come and get some answers, learn a couple lessons from the masters with the special guests. We got the Green Lanterns glowing on their chest. Yes, please sit back and relax, cause we're gonna hit you with them stone cold facts. And allow me to be the very first to welcome you to the masters of the Nerdiverse. Welcome to the Masters of the Nerdiverse podcast, where we always have such sights to show you. This ethereal land park of a podcast can be found on iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, SoundCloud, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Google Play, and Spotify. I'm, of course, your host, Mike G. And back with me, as always, is my also host, the Mecha Godzilla to my Godzilla, Winter Trash Monk the Third.
Hey, everybody, how's it going?
What?
This is Trash Monk the Third, Trash Monk I. That's Trash Monk I. And I'm coming at you live from the trash bunker. I got literally trash all around me. I need to take some trash out. Take some trash out tonight and have a good time. Happy to be here. Happy to be alive. And all that jazz.
All that jazz to make cash.
All about that jazz. All that jazz. No trouble.
Are you all about that jazz? All that jazz? No.
Okay.
Trub.
How's your week been, Mike?
My week's been okay.
I'm gonna try to keep this ball rolling.
You want to keep this sausage sizzling?
Yeah, we went a little too crazy last week. We need to chill it down.
I've been told that we should get crazier, man.
To who said that?
The voices.
If it's Austin, we can't say we can't trust it. No offense.
Why do you keep upsetting our dungeon master? He just makes things worse.
The trick is, I just dig a hole so deep that it's just circular.
You start coming out the other side.
Yeah,
that's some as above, so below stuff right there, dude.
Uh-huh.
You ever seen as above, so below?
Yes, man.
Yeah, man. We gotta do a MOTN reviews on that flick, Doug. What have I been doing this week? I was watching the Oscars, like the rest of the earth. Watching the XFL.
I watched that. We could talk about that.
Yeah.
Because that's like nerdy football because the WWE's connected to it, I
guess.
guess.
Yeah, it's pretty much in the nerdiverse. That's the one of the that and Blitzball and that weird football they were playing the Starship Troopers. That all of that's in the nerdiverse, dude.
No, spike ball, hacky sack.
Hacky sack's not in the nerdiverse, Doug.
Gwent
is definitely in the nerdiverse.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, so... And I've also been thinking about Frankensteining my own video editing PC.
Ooh.
So I've been doing a bunch of research.
So you can do all your conspiracy theory videos.
Yeah, man. I can do my own Marble Hornets now. It's going to be great. And I'll be able to have like a 90-second, 5,000 episode kind of trek on YouTube that's not monetized.
Don't be a YouTube truther, all right? That only cover the drama of YouTube.
Okay, fair enough. Dang it, now I have to throw my whole plan out because that's the only reason I wanted it.
H3's dead, and hear the hour video to show that they're dead.
Drinking Coronas will cure the coronavirus.
No, stop. I mean, I like the idea of I always like the idea of like a YouTube channel of fake conspiracies, but you just do it full real.
You don't bite into the joke at all. You take it so seriously.
I like the birds aren't real.
I love birds aren't real. Have you ever heard of what was it called? Like group docking or something like that?
No.
Or like gang docking or something like that, where there's a theory. It's kind of like a Truman Show effect where there's like 50 or 60 people that constantly watch you all day, but they rotate out and they look like strangers. But you can't tell who's part of it and who isn't. I got to get the name of that right. But yeah, That's real. They assign like 70 people to follow you around all day.
Yeah.
Unless you're in a small town, then that doesn't work. They just assign like 2 people. They put on different costumes and silly hats. You know what I mean? And it's like, I know that guy. He just jumps into like a moving van and they roll out. Conspiracy broken, dude. What else did I do? I beat Borderlands 3, which was neat. Which I got my butt kicked immediately after in like New Game Plus. And I was like, oh, that's not fun. And I had to turn it off. Like, that's not fun. So I'm going to have to get back on that. Latour. But yeah, I'm just kind of thinking about Frankensteining my own video editing rig with a beefy enough processor to play games on it.
I'm trying to think of a song.
Alice
Cooper's Frankenstein. Feed my Frankenstein. Of course you do. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know all the horror themed.
Name musicals. The movie that has that song in it.
Wayne's World.
Okay, good for you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
he has a little whip.
That's your generation's.
Okay, boomer. Yeah, he tells the history of Milwaukee. He tells the history of Milwaukee. Mm-hmm. I love me some Wayne's World. But that's been about it, man. Yeah. Haven't done much. Just watched a lot of TV. I tried watching Lock and Key, actually, because that came out. And is it
a children's show?
It feels like it, man. The vibe of it is completely different than what I thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was going to be more in line with like Haunting of Hill House. You know what I'm saying? I thought it would be this dark kind of like slow burn. But no, it feels like a mixture of Casper with Christina Ricci and like the Twilight Zone. It's a weird feeling. I watched the first episode and I was not feeling it. It was way too the cliche of the kid saying, "You gotta believe me," and the whole family's like, "Nah, bro, you lying. You're just a dumb kid." Yeah,
play with your flapjacks or your jacks.
Jumping flaps. You know,
your jack and ball.
Jack with your balls. So
what do you call that? The thing where you have the ball that you bounce and you grab some jacks?
It's jacks. It's just called jacks.
Okay. Yeah, but what do you call it?
But what do you call it, though? You play that when you're fighting off polio in the 1920s. Ring around the rosy and all that fun stuff. But yeah, I'm going to try it again because I like Joe Hill. And this is one of those series I've been waiting on, and I totally slept on it. It was like, oh yeah, it's out. I'm like, what? So, yeah, the first episode didn't wow me. It definitely had some Stephen King-isms in it.
Uh-huh.
Small, kind of mid-Atlantic town with a secret kind of situation. It seemed more Goosebumps and not as much Tales from the Dark Side, But I don't know. I can get into that kid's headspace too and enjoy it as its whimsy. It's just the flavor of it completely threw me off because that's what I super wasn't expecting. But Sean Ashmore from X-Men's in it, so that's pretty cool. Spoilers.
Spoiler alert!
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert!
Crucify me. I lay upon the cross. I lay on Calvary. Crucified.
How's my week?
Yeah. You didn't let me finish my weird, Judeo-Christian, what I was doing.
What were you doing?
I don't know. It was weird. I felt like I was in a Demic Booger video for my metalheads out there.
Demi Lovato?
What about her?
Okay.
What'd you do with your week, man?
Didn't watch any of the award shows. Forgot to make my picks.
Your hot picks. Your hot takes.
I've been busy getting over a cold right now.
Oh no, Winter has the sniffles.
Finished Boston Legal, folks.
Danny Crane.
Yes. And in honor of that, I changed my ringtone on my phone. So that's no longer sail to now it's Boston Legal. theme song.
Wait.
Wow, 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 wow. All right.
I thought your ringtone was hood rat, hoochie mama. Hoochie mama, hood rat,
No,
hood rat.
I have class.
Wow. So you're saying people who listen to that song do not? Question mark?
It's got the word hoochie mama in it.
Well, it's a noun.
It ain't the Ritz, baby.
I will pay money to hear a Bing Crosby remix of that song.
You gotta have style, hoochie mama. Yeah.
I remember there was this weird version of Down with the Sickness. It was almost like a
get up, come on, get down with the sickness.
Yeah, I have a very crazy memory about that song because
that's the guy's whole musical career, doing like lounge versions of
songs, right?
Yeah.
So I had this on this mixtape, and I forgot it over like my girlfriend at the time's CD player, and her dad heard the song. It got to the part of the song where he's just cussing for like a minute straight. He walks out of the bathroom and just snaps my CD in half with both of his hands. He was so bad. And I was like, my CD.
Yeah, he does a interesting cover of a Nirvana song.
Which one is it?
I don't want to say it.
You can say
Richard Cheese is the name of the guy.
Don't be bashful, Winter. Don't be bashful, man.
No. I'll just send it to you in Messenger.
I'll just make it the end theme of the podcast.
No, you don't want to do
that. What else you do, man?
Let's see. I played D&D in person with a group.
Did you win?
Are
you winning, son?
I was getting sicker by the minute, so there was a moment where I just had to like close my eyes.
Close your
and it probably looked like I was just like imagining what was happening in the game, but then I would like, I need to lay down on the ground.
I'm dying, guys.
Yeah.
How many death saving throws did you have to do?
Well, here's the thing. I'm a barbarian in this group. Galdrick Haldorn. A dwarf barbarian. There's another dwarf barbarian.
Strong.
And then there's a dwarf ranger.
You guys are dwarfing it up.
And we're like all geared up to fight, but the last two sessions have been nothing but the Hardy Boys trying to like, the mystery here is the gemstone got to go into the nostril of the orc. It's that sort of thing.
D&D rules, guys.
Yeah. And I'm trying to, and the new job that I have is pretty sweet.
Sweet. Have you established dominance yet?
No, that takes about a year.
Have you challenged the alpha male?
No, but I've definitely slipped into the nerd culture there. Where
you found your brethren?
I found there's a guy there. Shout out to this guy if he ever listens to this. But he plays Black Desert online during his breaks.
Good stuff.
And then I brought up Magic the Gathering, and we might be getting like a MTG group going at this place that I work at.
Why'd you just slip him an MOTN sticker, dog? Just slip him one.
Well, if I got the money.
Those MOTN stickers, t-shirts, mugs, laptop covers can all be found at our TeePublic page, which is tpublic.com/MOTN. Plugs.
Yeah. We're talking about plugs.
We're talking about plugs.
Practice.
We're talking about practice. You don't know that reference. We're talking about practice.
I know a podcast that I listen to used to say that.
Bro, we're talking about practice, Doc.
Is that from the show The Practice?
I'm okay with the practice being mentioned on this podcast only because of Berluti, because he was the realist.
Was he the black bald man?
Nah, the one who his nostrils were always flared. Nah, Berluti was the pudgy little Italian dude.
Who was real smell bashful. Everything.
I could smell the earth. I could smell the sky.
Worst mutant power ever.
I'm sure I brought it up on this podcast before, but that Tick episode where Arthur got turned into a giant tongue.
No.
He was walking around.
You've never brought that.
I can taste the floor. I can taste everything. He's freaking out. Someone punches him. He could taste the guy's fist, and he like heaves. He's like, your hands are so dirty. It's so dumb. Speaking of dumb things, you want to do a poll of the week?
Yes.
Polls. So the
It's gonna be huge.
don't bring
Huge.
that. Don't incant that man into this podcast. Because then the parademons will show up and we'll be dragged to apocalypse.
Yeah, Mike G doesn't want me to sully his name.
Don't sully the name of this podcast.
Sully.
That being said, he does kind of look like Granny Goodness. Anyway, the Oscars happened.
Yeah.
One of us watched. One of us was off playing D&D. Who made the better decision? You let us know.
Well, if I had money riding on it, I should have watched it.
Is there competitive betting for the Oscars?
I would. I want to have a group of people that I watch the Oscars and award shows every year that we try to guess who's going to win. And normally I'm fairly accurate who's going to win. It really helps if someone dies.
Dang. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's a little secret I learned when I was in high school.
Pro tips infinite.
Yeah.
So I asked the Nerdiverse, out of all the nominations this year, which were some of the biggest snubs of the Oscars? Movies that were ultra good but did not get a nomination. And the options I gave were Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler. Apparently he was amazing. Dolomite is My Name. Eddie Murphy. I could vouch for that movie. It's amazing. Honey Boy with Shia LaBeouf. I need to watch that. I heard it's amazing. And Booksmart, which I've been hearing a lot of things about, which caught my ear enough to put on this list. Who would you say? Have you seen any of these films, Winner?
No, but from the amount of chatter that I've been hearing, chatter, Uncut Gems is definitely the one that got snubbed the most.
Yeah, man, because so did the Nerdiverse think that, because Uncut Gems got 55.6% of the votes, making it the winner. Booksmart got 22.2%. Dolomite is My Name, and Honey Boy tied at 11.1%. The only reason I do the points is because every time I don't, Winner's like, that doesn't add up right. Gotta be like, well.
What about what movie came out? Shaft.
Shaft got shafted. Oh.
What about
and what about Endgame? Endgame should have won all the awards.
The Irishman.
That's funny. I love that story, how the Irishman got completely shut out of the awards, and it was almost forced to be there because the Academy didn't want to accept Netflix films. So they're like, here's all these nominations. You're not going to win not one.
Play with this fidget spinner.
I know, huh?
I know, huh?
Mine. Ball. Hi there.
I
love you.
You know what I love?
What do you love?
The news. Let's all go to the news. Let's all go to the news. Let's all go to the news.
And get ourselves some facts. Oh, bars. Yeah. Get off me. Let's talk about Anthem for a second.
Okay.
Apparently Anthem, the biggest train wreck of 2019, is apparently getting a from the rooter to the tutor overhaul, to where they're really just breaking this game down and building it back up for what they're calling it to be Anthem 2.0. And this isn't unprecedented. No Man's Sky did the same thing, where they literally had to just not talk about it for a year and fix the game, right? And apparently No Man's Sky is amazing now, apparently. But with all the money in the world, hopefully EA eats a bit of crow and doesn't push out unfinished games anymore. This is the biggest, example of just finish your game. Just do it.
Yeah.
Would you give Anthem another chance to earn your money?
No. No,
that's not your kind of game anyway, huh?
No, I mean, I played Destiny for a while, but no.
Really? So if E3 rolled around and there was a PS5 Anthem 2.0 trailer and it just looks rock star, truthfully, I wouldn't either.
Right? I don't know what you're trying to do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the biggest kind of damned if you like fool me once, shame on me, right? So I would still wait and see what people are saying. Like I would have to, people I respect in the industry would have to be like, yeah, this game's legit. Like I just wouldn't. There's very few games I'll buy sight unseen. You know what I mean? Like, yep, I'm just getting that. It doesn't matter. Fallout used to be that kind of game. Not anymore.
Man, Fallout, man.
I miss my Fallout.
No, I downloaded the most recent game. I mean, I bought Black Desert for $10.
Neat.
And now I am also playing League of Legends. Came out with a card game. So
how was that?
I actually like it. I like it's interesting mechanics.
I'll see if it's on PS4. Hopefully, it's on PS4. Speaking of things that aren't here, that may not be here. Mother plays with deceased daughter in VR's recreation. It's getting weird, man.
Now again, what the headline should say.
It's getting weird, man.
His mother plays with pixels that look like deceased daughter.
No, it's her. It was right. So we were just talking about hologram grandmas at Coachella, right?
Were we?
Yeah, we were talking about you're okay with having a hologram of your grandma at her wake.
Oh yeah.
And now we have VR headsets where you can play with your child and not learn the coping mechanism of moving on and
play with pixels that look like your child.
No, it's her. They did a transcendence and just downloaded her brain into a PS4.
It's just something that we need to point out. I feel like because a lot of people like start losing their minds with these articles.
It's really crazy. Okay. Remember in Iron Man, Captain America: Civil War, where Tony Stark was like he went back to when he was a teenager to kind of relive the last moment he had with his parents before they died by the hands of the Winter Soldier. Spoilers. Are we getting to a place where people are just going to download like their lost loved ones in VR and just never leave, like a Ghost in the Shell kind of situation?
I don't know because that's
really
always
dark, dude.
That's always a consideration that could happen. Like that's fun to talk about, but still, there's the fundamental difference between me. I could spend time with this person without headset, but now what has changed now that I need this headset to look at pixels of them? Oh, it's because they're dead. So, but again, it goes back to like I get these articles need to like sensationalize it to get people to read it.
Yeah.
But we need to, if we're going to start talking about this type of stuff of like how you can talk to loved ones who have long passed, we need to be serious, which is that they are not them.
Tell that to someone who's grieving, dude.
I'm not baby. I wouldn't even. I'm sorry. I would never put yourself in the situation.
That just seems like torture to me, dude. Like what? Like that just seems no.
Yeah,
like,
that's the whole other thing too about how there's no. I mean, to whoever,
there's no comfort in that. Yeah, man.
It's like, hey, you do. I'm never gonna be the person to go like, you can't do it. You do what you want.
Do you, man.
But I'm saying,
just know
that I would not do it.
That's
I would have to advise people not to do it either.
That's some Pet Sematary stuff right there,
yes.
Dude. Like, you imagine you're playing the game and it glitches out and your baby's face just melts into a digital mess. That would jack you up, dude.
Like, this is the thing. This is what got me, because this has been like since I was in high school. I've heard stuff like this.
Straight up Pet Sematary, man.
There's a scientist, I can't remember his name, but he was talking about how like we could back when I was in high school, I remember like them talking about like putting all our data onto discs in the future, and then like I want to talk to Grandpa, and you put this disc in and you can talk to Grandpa.
I go,
well, last time I checked, most grandpas don't require a disc to talk to them. So technically, you're not talking to your grandpa. You're talking to recorded data of your grandpa.
No, it's grandpa.
Your grandpa's dead.
No,
but what you're talking to is a digital copy or like a digital mask of him. Okay.
It goes back to, I don't want to stay on this for too long because this is a fascinating conversation. But it goes to the people who clone their pets.
Yes.
And it's not your dog, dude. This is a completely different creature.
Right.
That's not the dog.
It's a creature
you just
that
lost.
has been cloned.
Been cloned. Therefore, it's just it's literally Pet Sematary. It's just the flesh, man. It's not the personality. It's not the years of affection that this creature has attached to you. It's gonna look at you like you're something to eat, man. It's gonna look at you like
hashtag bring back common sense. Okay, let's go next.
Let's move on, man. Oh, digital Pet Sematary. We're going to talk about Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. Hala, Henchala.
I gotta be the very best. That's the Dragon Ball, the fighters.
It's not the same. Oh. Don't upset me. Yeah.
This is Mike G's trying to yell, but not yell too much because then the cops are going to get called.
110%. I call that my quiet rage. You guys like it? I'm yelling so loud.
Keep it down over there.
Shut up. Sorry, someone starts banging on my wall. Yes. So Dragon Ball Z Fighters Season 3 was announced, and we're going to get ourselves some Ultra Instinct Goku, which makes like the 7th or 8th Goku that's in this game. Yikes. And we're going to get Kelfa, which is one of the only female Saiyans that actually fight. So that's kind of neat. Representation matters. Get Kelfa, or at least the separated versions of those two Saiyan, should have been in this game from the jump. I don't know why it's taking so long to get him in the game. Because there's a real dearth of female fighters in Dragon Ball Z Fighters.
Yeah.
Or Dragon Ball Fighters, as it were. So, this was a highly anticipated fan ad. Because, like, why aren't they in it? Why? So now these initial trailers for the characters, and of course, Dragon Ball Fighters is one of the most beautiful fighting games ever made. It looks better than the animation. It's better than the anime. And seeing these characters come to life, even though I super didn't want another Goku, but can we get like Janemba? No, we already have Janemba, actually, I think we got Janemba. Dang it. I haven't played that game in a long time because I don't like its battle system. Speaking of fighting games, this is kind of nutty. So, Evo is coming up, Evo 2020. And I always talk about this every time it comes up. And it's the fighting game tournament to end all fighting game tournaments. It's the Super Bowl of fighting game fans.
There can be only one.
There could be only one. So the hottest fighting games that are out currently are all subject to win like tens of thousands of dollars. And it happens in
Tens of dollars.
Tens of dollars. And it happens in Vegas, and people fly around from around the world to compete. From Japan, from Brazil, Spain, all that good stuff. But one of the surprises is that a game from 20 years ago, it's making its return to the Evo circuit. And it's one of my favorite
fighters.
Shaq Fu. And this is one of my favorite video games of all time, and that's Marvel vs. Capcom 2, New Age of Heroes. To celebrate its 20th anniversary, they're going to have a Tournament of Champions, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 tournament at Evo on the main stage. You might as well have rung like a Lich Bell, because all of the old 40 years and over fighting game fighters are just all waking up like, Marvel 2, I can win like money, and they're all just coming out the woodwork like, I got to start training again.
Here come the money.
Here come the money.
Here we go.
And it's also bringing up whispers like it's the 20th anniversary of Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Evo's usually a place where they make announcements for new games. Could this be an opening for Marvel vs. Capcom 4? Could we get a revamp or a remaster of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for the new generation? We're all just kind of on pins and needles right now because this is a game that has been gone from the Evo circuit for like 10 years now. They haven't played it on the big stage in forever. And Marvel's kind of dead right now because Infinite was so garbage. So we're all just kind of super excited to see that that game played on the big screen again and see all these old heads like Justin Wong, Yipes, Clockwork, all these crazy fighting game guys from like the 90s and 2000s wake up from their tombs, and come and be on the big stage again. Especially the ones who don't participate anymore. Justin and Yipes still do tournaments from time to time, but yeah, there's some other heads out there that are gonna come from the woodwork. So that's gonna be the most interesting game on the tournament, I would say. So I'm really excited for that. Okay, Winter, who are your 3 characters you pick in Marvel vs. Capcom 2? Go.
Spider-Man.
Yep.
Bison.
I was about to say Joe Biden.
Yeah, get your words straight, Jack.
Get your words straight, Jack. Okay. Spider-Man, Bison. Okay.
And Cyclops. Wait, no. Rogue.
That's not a bad team, my man. I'm not going to kick it out of bed. You did it. I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Of course, you would get bodied by my Cable Iceman Sentinel, but that's okay. Ice Beam.
Yeah, that's why I don't play those fighting games.
You will be. Speaking of games I've played, apparently Billie Eilish's mom was in Saints Row 2 and Mass Effect 2. Pop star sensation that's being shoved down all our throats, Billie Eilish. Whatever. She's the bad guy and America loves her and just wants to eat her up. Just eat it up. Because she's going to be singing like the Bond theme or something like that. Like,
no.
I swear. That's the rumor.
No.
Dude.
Why isn't that on the news article?
I just happened to mention it in passing. Apparently she's singing the next Bond theme, dude.
I don't get you, Mike.
Winter's losing it.
Why don't you add that to the time?
Because that's dumb.
I think this is more my fault. I should be adding more to this.
You have full reign to the docket, my man.
Yes. It's just I get paranoid of adding more because it's like 12 different things.
That's fine.
Don't seem to bring up the biggest thing.
Yeah, Billie Eilish is going to be singing and that's a big deal, man. They don't just pick anybody.
Apparently not enough for you.
When's the last time a Bond movie was good?
They're all good.
Even Quantum of Solace?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-mm. Ooh, you almost got me, dude. You don't even know how you almost got me, but you almost got me. So Billie Eilish's mom is a voice actor, and she played a number of characters. The one I'm most known for her is she played Samara, which is one of the romance options in Mass Effect 2. So for some of us, we got to date Billie Eilish's mom in video game form. It's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She played a blue alien with a little gap in her teeth. She was kind of cute. She had that beauty mark Ethiopian gap, dog. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm going to skip the comics news because I really don't care. Universal wants to do a Monster Mash movie with Matt Stosky. Are you a fan of the Monster Mash?
Yeah,
Monster
it was a Graveyard
Mash.
Smash.
There's some mods. I thought they already did this with Hotel Transylvania, though.
Nah, this
This
should be rated R.
Yeah, Monster Mash rated R.
Yeah,
done by
Seth Rogen play one of the characters.
No, have Seth Rogen play the Wolfman. All right, Winter, pull out your best Seth Rogen laugh. There you go. That's fine. That works. Rated R, directed by Rob Zombie. So they're all just cussing randomly, and then Rob Zombie music plays over it. That'll work. I believe in it. Who's your favorite Universal monster?
Who's
your favorite? Who's it?
the scariest monster?
Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite? Make an assessment.
My favorite? I like Dracula. I like Van Helsing and all that.
Dracula. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Who's your favorite Dracula? Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I like Gary Oldman.
Mm-hmm. I feel it.
Yeah.
You would have got extra points if you said Christopher Lee.
Oh, could you say like who's the scariest
Yeah,
Universal monster?
Who's the scariest Universal monster?
Harvey Weinstein.
Ooh, that
Okay.
hit me right in the diaphragm, dude.
Okay.
Speaking of Hollywood, we lost Kurt Douglas, man, at 103.
Mm-hmm.
That man lived a life, Doug.
Spartacus.
Okay, name another movie that Kurt Douglas was in other than Spartacus.
He was in.
Can't you hear?
I remember something.
This is the sound of Winter checking his phone. You hear it? You hear that loud audible typing in the background?
Well, I remember him wearing some type of World War II helmet.
He was wearing a helmet, yeah. What else was he wearing?
He was in The Vikings in 1958.
That's your favorite movie? What's the plot
My favorite movie is Paths of Glory in 1957.
What was that one? What was that one about?
Oh no! For real, the movie that I did
watch
when I was little was 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Okay. You win this round, Inspector Gadget. The next one will be mine. Yeah, just want to take a second.
I can't think of any other movie that I've watched with a minute.
I've watched more Michael Douglas stuff than Kurt Douglas stuff, but that's more that's closer to my generation. But yeah, Hollywood lost the.
Come on, Mike. Be honest.
No, it's Kurt. I saw Spartacus in the theaters. Speaking of things I'm going to see in the theaters, apparently Sam Raimi is going to be taking over directorial responsibilities for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. So
I kind of like that.
Sam Raimi, of course, has a history with Marvel Comics because he was the one who directed the first 3 Spider-Man films for Sony. Also director of Evil Dead, Drag Me to Hell, Darkman, #, go watch Darkman.
In a new movie about alligators, right?
Did he direct, what was that called? Crawl? Did he direct that?
Crawl.
Hear the audible sound of Winter checking his phone, guys. It sounds
at least someone's got to do fact checking around here.
We just lie and say inaccuracies on the podcast all the time, dude.
No, it was called Army of Dark.
How do you confuse an alligator movie with Army of Darkness, you weirdo?
No, he was the director of Oz the Great and Powerful.
Yep. That was a tank, sadly.
He produced 2020's, well, I guess it's going to come out, The Grudge.
Pull up
the Crawl.
Yeah, pull up the IMDb synopsis of Darkman. Do me that favor.
Okay, synopsis.
I want to hear you talk about Darkman and how.
Yeah, I like Darkness.
Darkman's awesome. The elephant.
I for a long time I thought they were going to do like a crossover of Dr. Giggles and Darkman.
Dr. Giggles versus Darkman would rule, dude.
Yeah, because they had the same actor, and I could my cognitive knowledge was not there yet. So plot summary of 1990s Darkman.
Yeah.
Let's go with the middle. There's a lot of them, but we'll go to the middle one.
Middle one's fine.
Peyton Westlake is a scientist who has discovered a way to produce synthetic skin. This could revolutionize skin grafting, except for one minor glitch. The synthetic skin degrades after 100 minutes of exposure to light.
100 minutes.
When gangsters attack Peyton, he is horrifically burnt and assumed dead. In his quest for revenge, Peyton, a.k.a. the Dark Man, is able to take on the appearance of anyone using the synthetic skin, but he only has 100 minutes per disguise.
You will hand me the memorandum before I finish my cigar.
I remember that.
I love Darkman so much. It's so you know what part I'm talking about?
Yes.
He was like, "You will give me the memorandum." Like, no, man.
And I take 100 minutes to finish the cigar.
I take 105 minutes to finish this cigar. And then Darkman flies into the ocean, dog. That was our Darkman.
Or I like how he gets angry because somehow he's now super strength when he's angry.
Yeah,
and he breaks a guy's fingers at the carnival.
Yeah, I'll give you the pink elephant. The elephant. His girl is like, it's cool, man.
Listen, man, we all want pink elephants one day. All right, move it, bud.
Move it, bud.
Oh!
And he runs off.
No one's gonna stop him. He just broke my fingers.
And his face starts bubbling and he runs off into the distance.
Yeah.
Don't look at me. Darkman rules, dude. That reboot Darkman, somebody. Sam Raimi, if you ever hear this podcast, get Tyler Perry to be Darkman.
Get Liam Neeson. Hopefully he's recovered from his anger management and
Son of Darkman, dude.
Yeah, we don't need Liam.
We don't need Liam. Just do Son of Darkman, dude.
Yes. Chris Hemsworth is Darkman.
Son of Darkman. Yeah. And he's like, the purple elephant.
Andrew Garfield
is the stapler. And if you want to support us non-monetarily, you can always like our content, subscribe to our channels, and comment on our episodes. Let us know how we're doing. Yay or nay. Feedback is important. And if this is your first time listening to one of our episodes, I would first like to say thank you and welcome to the Nerdiverse. I've, of course, been your host, Mike G.
And I've been your host, Winter.
And we will always ask you to take that one step beyond.
Yeah.